In this video, you're going to learn a sports psychology strategy that you can use to keep your composure after you make a mistake. Hey there, I'm Eli Straw, mental performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. The reason that you want to be able to control yourself after you make a mistake is because you don't want to allow one mistake to snowball into 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 mistakes, and many more. So you have to learn how to kind of cut your losses, right? Because really, when you get upset after a mistake, why are you getting upset? You're upset because you didn't want to make that mistake. But really in that moment, what do you have control over? You can't control the fact that you just made that mistake, but what you can control is influencing whether or not you make another mistake. So really, your focus needs to be on what's about to happen. What can I do right now to put myself in the best position to make this next play, to make this next shot, to perform well moving forward? And whenever I'm working with an athlete, that is the main idea that we have to get across first. When you make a mistake, your mind needs to shift onto what do I need to do right now to put myself in the best position to play well moving forward. Now, there are many different strategies that you can use, but the one that I want to talk about right now is a 3-step process. It's very simple and it's easy for you to remember. Step 1 is right after you make a mistake, you want to turn to your breath. So let's say that you're playing basketball and you just made a turnover. Right when you start to feel yourself getting upset, you just want to turn your attention to your breath and take a few deep breaths. Now, a little side note, when we're trying to work on managing mistakes in games, it's not that we're trying to make it so that you don't get upset at all. It's natural to get upset. What you want to make sure you do is you keep yourself from getting too upset. You keep yourself from having that feeling of being upset carry with you into the next play and moving forward in the game, right? We're not trying to make it unnatural. And when you try to just say, hey, I can't get upset after a mistake, that becomes very difficult. That's a very difficult thing to do. But if you say, hey, I'm going to make sure that I don't lose control, I'm going to keep my composure, I'm going to feel upset, but then I'm going to let it go, that's a lot easier to do. So the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath. Really focus on your breathing. The second thing that you want to do is repeat a mantra. Now, this mantra is going to be a thought-stopping phrase because whenever you make a mistake, you probably have a lot of negative thoughts rushing your mind, and that's then what gets you upset, right? You're thinking, how could I have done that? I can't believe I made that mistake. Gosh, I wish I hadn't made that mistake. What you want to do is you kind of want to stop those thoughts in their tracks, and you do that by a mantra, a thought-stopping phrase. A really, really simple one is stop, let it go, focus on the next play. But what you want to do is come up with one for yourself. You can use that one. You can create another one. It needs to be strong, and it needs to be something that you remember. If you can't remember your thought-stopping phrase, it's not going to help you very much come game time. But come up with something that you can remember. So after you take your deep breaths, or even while you're taking your deep breaths, you start repeating your mantra. And the third step is to refocus. You have to refocus yourself on what's about to happen. If you use a thought-stopping phrase or a mantra that ends with focus on the next play, that is obviously going to help you refocus. But what helps you even more is thinking, okay, what do I need to be focused on now? So let's say that you are a baseball player. Baseball or softball is very tough to manage mistakes because you don't really just get to dive right into the next play, especially if you strike out, for example. So if you strike out and you're going back to the dugout, you're getting upset. You know that getting upset and carrying it with you moving forward in the rest of the game, that's only going to hurt you on defense, and it's only going to hurt you when you're next at bat. So in that moment, after you've taken your deep breaths, after you've said your mantra, you have to refocus. But what you need to ask yourself is, what do I need to focus on right now to perform better moving forward in the game? If you go into the field, then it's, I need to focus on defense. If you're the designated hitter, then it's, I need to focus on cheering my teammates on. Maybe I need to think through what happened during that at-bat. And you start to kind of find some lessons from it. But that refocus piece is very important because it takes your attention off of the past and it turns it on to the future, onto the present moment, more specifically onto what do I need to be doing right now to put myself in a position to perform well moving forward. Now that's a very simple 3-step strategy that you can use to help keep your composure after you make a mistake. I encourage you to put it into practice because it's not going to help unless you apply it, and also be patient with yourself. It's very difficult to keep your composure after a mistake because no athlete wants to make a mistake. But it's the intent that matters in the beginning. And the more you use this strategy, the more natural it's going to become, and the easier it will be for you to keep your composure after you make a mistake. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of success in all that you do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We put out new videos each week on sports psychology and mental training. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about one-on-one mental performance coaching, head over to successstartswithin.com.